walking up corridors, up the stairs. Are you all right? Will you sit? He says. No, she says, I want to see my son. Smell from Dettol through her skin. Mops, diamond floor tiles, all as strong. All the burn your eyes out if you had some. Her heart going pat, going dum, dum, dum. Don't mind me, she's going to your room. See the Jesus, what have they done? Jesus, bile for titles, burn, shh, all over mother. She cries, oh no, oh no, no, no. I know the thing wrong. It is called nosebleeds, headaches, where you can't hold. Full mugs and dinner plates, she says, clear up. I'm young, he says, give the child a break. Fall off swings, can't or grip well, slipping in the muck, bang your poor head wrapped up white and the blood come through. She'd feel the sick of that little boy head. Shh. She saw it first when you couldn't open your eye. Don't blink so long, wind'll change and you'll stay that way. I'm not, Mammy, it's got stuck. She pull it open, hold it up. I can't, it's all fall down. And now, Holy Family on a Saturday night. He is leaning, you are sleeping, she the chair, me whirl about. Listen in to doctor chat. We done the best we could, there really wasn't much. It's all through his brain like the roots of trees. Sorry, don't say that. He's running out, I'm afraid he's running down. You should take him home, enjoy him while you can. He's not, he is. Can't you operate again? We can't. Shh, something. Chemo then, we'll have a go at that. Gethsemane, dear Lord, hear our prayer, our pleas, intercession, night in hospital beds, faces on the candle wick, lino in the knees. Please don't, God, take our Holy Mary, Mother of all, humbly we beseech thee. You, white-faced, feel the needle go in. Feel fat, juicy poison, young boy skin. In your arteries, eyeballs, spine, hands, legs, puke it, cells up all day long. No, Mammy, don't let them. Weeks for you, weeks it, scared and bald and wet the bed. Dark trees outside for me when it weather rains. She praying in a coat until I am froze. Hard chapel kneelers bare need real repents. She does. And our father was, where? Somewhere there, I think. There's good news and bad news. It's shrunk. He's saved. He's not. He'll never be. So like it, lump at a short breath's what you've got. Jesus in her blood that minute. Rejoice, Sacred Heart of Christ. But we'll never be rid, do you understand, he says. Shh now, she says, shh. Your pink face make that sitting up the best thing she's ever done. Watching you going, growing hair, scabby over slices where scalpels were, don't look. Telling what's the time and where you are, makes her happy. Makes our father walk down corridors alone. He says, I can't be waiting for it all the time. I'd give my eyes to fix him, but the heart cannot be wrung and wrung. And she, like calmest Virgin Mary, sitting on the bed, hands warming up her sides for, what he's saying? Breath. Going, leaving, but he's just stopped dying. This one's to come. Please don't know I won't stop you. Could never make you do a thing. You'll support us. Aren't you great? Oh, the house is mine. It's for the best. For who? You? Me? Bored my body up. I'm not for loving anymore. I live for housework, dressing kids, and you for mortgage, new shoes, spuds. Can't live short hope, but gas bills long and paid on time too. Oh, so kind. Aren't you the fine shape of a man? He left her with a £50 note. Take care. Stroke combing full untidied hair. I think of you and me, our empty spaces where fathers should be. Whenabouts we might find them, and what we'd do to fill them up. But didn't time continue still? Where's Daddy? Gone. Why's that? Just is. And yelp she at the strength growing to your tips. Poke belly of baby that's kicking is me. Full in myself, bustling hatchery. And I loved swimming to your touch. Lay on the lining for your strokes, for your secret pressed hellos. Show my red foot. Look there. Baby, when you're born, I pick your name. See, you and me were busy with each other long before I came. She was careful of you, saying, let's take it slow, mind your head, dear heart, and her guts said, thank God, for her gasp of air, for this grant of nurse, I will. Learning you our Father's art, and when you slept I lulled in joyful mysteries glorious until thy kingdom come. Mucus stogging up my nose, screamed to rupture day, fatty, snorting like a creature, a vinegar world I smelled. There now, a girling, isn't she great? Bawling, oh, now you're safe. But I saw less with these flesh eyes, outside almost without sight. She asking after, and I'm all fine. Hand on my head, her hand on my back, dividing from the sweet of mother flesh that could not take me in again. I curled there, learning limb from limb, curdled under hot lamps, sorrow lapped. I'm so glad your brother's lived, that he'll see you, it'll all be. But something's coming, wiping off my begans, wiping all my every time. I struggle up to, I struggle from the smell of milk now, going dim, going blank, going white. Say that about Joyce all the time and me, and for me he was really the gatekeeper. That's the point of, that was the big thing for me with Joyce, was that it was reading something where somebody just said, look what you can do. You can do anything. If you're able to do it, if you're able to pull it off, there's nothing that you can't do with the form. And so that was really his importance to me, rather than any kind of stylistic influence. Which also meant that when I sat down to write the book, I didn't feel, that kind of pall of Joyce sitting over me at the computer. He was outside the door, absolutely. There was no kind of sense of trying to play on that field at all.
And the address to the you?
Well, again, it was about intimacy, because, the book is addressed to her brother. And again, this is where, I feel, although I'm very influenced by modernism and Joyce's modernism, kind of modernism, very particularly, I felt as though I was going in the opposite direction to where he went with Finnegan's Wake, that he was kind of taking the human out into the universe. And what I wanted to do was take it all the way back, right into the inside as much as possible, as far inside the reader as they would let me get. And so, I really wanted them to feel as though reading the book was not an intellectual experience, not even an emotional experience, but a kind of physical sensation inside them. And of course I didn't know if it was possible to do that with writing, but it seemed to me a part of basic writing that had never really been explored in that way before, and I was keen to do that. And so intimacy seemed to be the way forward, which is also why there are no character names, there are no place names. It's never explicitly set anywhere. It's obvious that it is Ireland, and I think if you're alert to it, you realise that it's probably the 80s or the 90s. And again, all of that was about trying to break down the barrier between the reader and the character, and a way of taking me as the author out of the reading experience, so that the reader shouldn't feel me as the author sitting there directing them, telling them how they should be responding to things, explaining what they have just witnessed. None of that should be there for them. It should be what I want is for it to be a very unmediated experience for the reader, so that it's something that's quite raw and intimate.
Many unspeakable